Well, welcome to our second homework assignment. So I want you to work through this before you come to class on Wednesday. What we're going to be looking at is this idea of Elohim and Yahweh in biblical theology. And what we're going to be looking at is when the Bible starts off and says, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." This word God in the original language is very unusual. And how it's unusual is that it's the word God here is the word Elohim. And if you just, look that up, anyone would tell you that this word God here, Elohim, is actually a plural word. The singular is this word Eloah. The way this is written in Hebrew is, this is our word create, and if you just notice here, this word create is singular. It's he created. In Hebrew, what he created is this phrase, the heavens and the earth, marked by this little sign et that shows you what's being created. But in Hebrew, when it tells you who this he who created is, it describes this he as a plural entity. In the beginning, he, that is Elohim, created the heavens and the earth. What I want you to do is realize that John 1:1 may be picking this up and explaining something about who the God of the Bible is. And so when you come to the text, I want you to look at John 1 and John 1:1-5, and it will explain some things, some connections for us. And so I want you to work through that. Here, I'll bring the homework sheet over. So this is what I'm going to have you to do. Look at Genesis 1:1-5, John 1:1-5. What connections do you see? How are the passages related to each other? The second thing I want you to do is look at Exodus 3 and 4. Now, why that passage is important is because Exodus 3 and 4 is where God reveals his name, his peculiar name, his name, the Lord. And if you've ever seen that this is in all capital letters, you might guess that there's something going on. And what's going on is, in the original language, this is the Tetragrammaton, God's most sacred name. And Jewish people won't say that. It's YHWH. They won't say it out loud. And so instead, English translations will replace it with this word Lord. The passage from the homework will help you read through and understand what that is. And then in the New Testament, we'll see that we face the question, does Jesus possess the name Yahweh? And we'll read Philippians 2 and John 17, and we'll look at some passages, some Yahweh passages that are applied to Jesus, and we're going to see what that means. So that's what we'll do for the homework for the second time we meet. We'll be looking at Elohim and Yahweh in biblical theology. We're going to have a great time together. Do the homework. You'll be better prepared to understand our discussion, and I'll look forward to talking with you then.